Hi Twin Flames, welcome to my channel, Queen of Justice XOXO. My name is Michelle and I want to do an extensive review of Oracle and Tarot cards for you. I am a Twin Flame as well, but you don't have to be a Twin Flame to benefit from my reviews. It's just more geared towards Twin Flames to help them along their journey. I am so grateful and love my Oracle and Tarot decks. I feel they can be very helpful and a powerful tool for them to use on their path. They can bring you messages from Spirit, personal guidance to bring you relief, joy, hope, as well as the pain that needs healing, and to hopefully bring you some answers and peace while figuring this all out. I wanted to share my cards with you so you can get an in-depth review of each deck before you purchase it, because just seeing a couple of the pictures of the cards really doesn't tell the whole story. There are so many more elements involved than just the pictures. I don't want you to waste your money on decks that don't resonate with you and get upset because the deck just didn't meet your expectations once you received them. Like I have done plenty of times, trust me. I know how exciting it is waiting for them to arrive, and it sucks when they are disappointing for, whatever reason. So hopefully my loss can be your gain, and my videos can help you find the right one for you, as there are enough things to deal with on this journey. So let's get started. In this review, we're going to go over the Soul's Journey lesson cards by James Van Praagh. Now, he has some very interesting artwork, very pretty, and great life lessons, I guess is how I would say it. So, his decks are always nice. The production company for the deck is Hay House, so as always, tight box. But overall, just kind of, I love the coloring of the box. It is very pretty. So, nice size box, 44 card deck. Nice size, I like that. Easier to hold. As for the guidebook, I like the guidebook. It's nice and small and kind of quick to the point. The cards do have sayings on them, so you don't have to use the guidebook, and I like that. I sometimes want to just shuffle, want to get my cards, get in, get out, get my message. I'm not here to read a novel. But this guidebook is nice. I like that it gives like a real quick, synopsis of what is on the card as well, and then a little bit more in-depth a little bit more in-depth description. So let's find one that I'm finding a lot of negative ones. Happiness. Let's read that one. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So that would be the description that's on the actual card. I will give you, let me show you. So you have the picture of the card, which I love. It's all in alphabetical order. It's easy to find. The little bit of a description that comes on the card, and then the more in-depth message that the card has for you. So let me read a few sentences so you can see how the guidebook is. Before incarnating, your soul created a blueprint for you to follow in this physical dimension. The easiest way to chart this path is to follow your bliss. Life is full of choices and opportunity. Spirit, in its infinite wisdom, has given you the emotion of happiness to guide you. So overall, it's an easy read. It's not too long. I like that there is just a, 2-sentence kind of a quick synopsis of the message. And if you need a little bit more in depth, there's, a longer description in the guidebook if needed. So let's go over the cards now. Let me gather these up so that you can see how they shuffle as a whole. Now, the cards are very well made. I like that they are, flexible. They're not so thick. They're not so flimsy. I like the size of it. Makes it easier to shuffle. I like that they are, semi-glossy. They're not too slippery, but they don't stick to each other. On that note, I'm just going to say it. Everybody has their own opinions and their own taste, and glad that we do. Love the messages on this deck. Don't love the back of the card, which is very important to me because that's what I see the most. And I don't know, I'm sure that people will really like this. I've tried to like it. I like the coloring, but for some reason it just reminds me of, I don't know, the 60s, the 70s, so whatever. It's just, I gotta deal with it. I gotta, accept it because they're nice messages overall. So overall, the shuffling is nice. Let me show you vertical shuffling. It's a little bit harder that way, but it does work. Horizontal. Try to do this aloud. There we go. Nice flowing. And let's try this shuffling. Yeah, see? Nice and easy. So when you get a card, you don't get a whole bunch at one time. That's always a great benefit. Let's turn it over. shuffle this way. I like shuffling them both ways. They both work. Love that. Love card. So, oops. I'll take that one. Honesty. Two very important things on this journey. All right, so let's take a close look at the cards for you. Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. Surrender. I can release my need to control. I think I need to get that card a lot more. That was one of my biggest issues I need to still work on. Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. You know, the other thing that reminds me of these cards, you know, as you see more, you'll see, oh, like this one. It reminds me of my mom's quilts. She's a quilter, so maybe, I don't know, I'm getting flashbacks of all that material in my life. Anyways, change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So the coloring is very nice. I like that they're all different coloring, you know, they all have their own kind of artwork. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. But I like the coloring, but it just reminds me of an era in my life that I don't know that I really want to remember. But acceptance. I am learning to accept things I cannot change. That is another big one for me. Big one for all of us. Great lesson for all of us to learn. And of course, wouldn't be a twin flame reading without the card patience. Don't we all just love that card? Yeah, love it. I accept that everything happens in divine order. So true. And so worth it. Judgment. Indecision. Envy. One a lot of us have. Grief. But you know what? We keep doing our healing and our working, and with the use of the oracle decks, it'll help us with our grief to come onto the other side with happiness, just as this card states. I'm going to end with this card because I just love it with the dolphins. One of my favorite cards. Happiness. We need to remember that as twin flames. It's very important that no matter what we do, that we always have happiness in our life, because we bring happiness to our lives. Not what our counterpart does. We do. So I love these messages from this deck. I think it's a great deck for twin flames. I would give this deck I'll give it a 4 out of 4 suits, because I'm sure everybody else will like the imagery more than I do. But overall, it has great meaning, great messages, and you know, things that we need to work on, even things that we really don't want to maybe see or hear, but that need to be handled or dealt with, or we're going to be stuck. So I will include links in the description box below for other twin flame readers that use this deck in their readings to maybe help you see some, I don't know, maybe, a subjective, or not subjective, objective view of the cards, and maybe some more lessons, or what we can do, to heal those lessons that we keep seeming getting hit with. So I will include those links. If you'd like to see more of my video reviews with the other decks from my collection, please hit the subscribe button, as I have a lot of decks I want to share with you, ones I like and the ones I don't, the ones I do and don't like, as this one. So I hope that this helped you decide if this deck resonates with you or not. If so, I've included a link to where it can be purchased as well. Until the next deck, happy shuffling.